Hi guys, welcome back to another video. This one picks up pretty much where we left off the last video. So I was watching Legally Blonde whilst hand sewing the backing onto the two duck textile pieces that I made. The two duck pieces are finished. Well, I need to add a label to the back still, but D-rings are attached and I've sewn the backing on. Just getting some pictures. But I think they turned out really nice. I'm very pleased with them. Just getting some pictures of them on the wood as well, because that's quite a nice background. So I've made it my mission recently to finish up some pieces, some textile pieces that I've had hanging around in the studio for way too long. I remember being really excited, Bones. I remember being really excited about the first few of these that I made, but sometimes when I make too much of the same thing, I kind of go off it a little bit, and then if I spend too long looking at them, I just convince myself that they're really not that good and I shouldn't bother, which is really rather silly. And it's also just so silly to have them hanging around in the studio when I could pop them up on my shop and maybe find homes for them. So I've made it my mission to finish up pieces, unfinished pieces that I've had hanging around my studio. So I have this one, which I started, you would have seen in a few of the clips. I did run out of buttons though. I have loads of these like curly white ones, but I ran out of colourful ones. So I need to go to the haberdashery and pick up some more. And then I couldn't start sewing this one because I'm completely out of brown thread. So I also need to pick up some brown thread and a few other things, I think. So I'm going to pop to the haberdashery now so I can get cracking with these guys.
You remembered me. Oh, well, I should
Oh, they're pretty. Back from the haberdashery and I got some brown cotton thread. I also got some black crochet thread because I use this to embroider my labels, and I also like to use it to hand sew the backing on my textile pieces because it's quite thick, so I find it a lot sturdier than regular cotton thread. And also it's only £4.99 and you get so much, like this lasts forever. And then of course my buttons. I did pick up quite a few, and you know how excited I get over buttons. I picked up so many. I got 2 different sizes. So I got, this size are 9p each, and this bigger size were 12p, I think. And I think I got over 50 here. I can't remember how many, I didn't actually count them, but I got quite a few in loads of different beautiful colours, which hopefully should work. I did take pictures of the textile pieces so I could kind of figure out what button colours would work. So I picked up some like blues, some yellows, some red, lots of contrasty colours and lots of matching ones as well, so I can just mix and match. So pretty. I honestly just picked up a bunch of all of the different colours, and this isn't even all of the colours that they had.
So they will kind of, unless they fundamentally put down
firm plan, but yeah, maybe the solutions find a bolt somewhere. So this is one of the few. I'm taking you to
Peter Clark, wouldn't he?
So I just went out for coffee to read my book for a little while, and I wasn't planning to go into any charity shops because I'd been in these ones at the beginning of the week and hadn't found anything, but I'm really glad I went in because I found this big old cone of yarn which was £3, which is kind of crazy, crazy cheap, and it's like grey, cream, brown flecks, and I think this will just be really handy because it's quite a neutral colour, but also dependent on what other yarn I use it with, it will kind of lean towards that colour scheme, if that makes sense. Like if I use it for pigeons with other greys, it will look more grey, but then I can also use it in creams and brown. Okay, my camera just cut off, but I think it caught what I was saying about this cone, fingers crossed. Also, I found this big old bag of this kind of creamy beige yarn, and I have a plan for what I want to use this for, but these are, I believe they're 100% wool. Yeah, so these are 100% wool, and I got 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 balls of these. I think they're 25 grams, and they were $4.99. And then I got, I think I put them in here to keep them safe, but I did find some buttons, which I was very happy about. Oh gosh, they are beautiful. They're like really iridescent, like pale blue. They are beautiful, and these are vintage because they have the original price on for 36p. Would have loved to have paid 36p for them, but I'm still pretty happy with $1.99. And then I got this textile piece. Looks like this, and I think it used to be a tote bag because it looks like the straps have been cut here, and I'm not entirely sure what I want to do with this yet. Could very easily make it into a cushion, some kind of pouch of some sort, but it was just really, really pretty. I couldn't leave it, and this was $2.99. And then the last thing I picked up was this book, Escape and Control by Steve Hollyman, and it just sounded really, really interesting, and it was only £1.50. It looks like it's never been read, which is crazy. That charity shop always has like brand new looking books for some reason. I don't know where they get them all from. And that is everything that I found in the charity shops today, so I'm really glad that I made the trip out, and now I need to get on with some work. They're really, really pretty. can't believe how much of a bargain this was. And then this is the textile piece.